Let's go to the South Coast and Bournemouth. Hit and miss this season. Some famous victories against Liverpool, of course, most notably. And a good victory last week. They face Watford that have been... It's been a little bit after the Lord Mayor's show. Even players like Igalo and Deeney just haven't quite done it in recent weeks. I just wonder if they've been found out a little bit at this level of football. Quite functional, quite direct, like to get the ball up to the two front men and into the channels very quickly. But it's a must not lose for Watford, I believe. I think they need to start to get points on the board and points on the board fairly quickly. And I think they will do on the South Coast. I think it'll be a good game. I'm going to go Bournemouth 2. Watford 2, another Desmond, my big game prediction coming up, and that may well be a Desmond as well. Crystal Palace against Everton. Well, Sam Allardyce has said it himself. He's frightened, he's scared, he's troubled that his usual magic sprinkling of dust, his magic wand to be able to keep teams in this division, arguably with the best team he's ever had to do that. I mean, when you've got Christian Benteke up front, when you've got Johan Cabaye, when you've got Jason Punchin, when you've got Wilfried Zaha, and a decent backline as well with players like Scott Dan, you must be thinking to yourself, well, is it the players' mentality? They certainly get great support down there, of course, at Selhurst Park, but I think it will be more tales of woe again for the Eagles. Everton, if the result at last weekend didn't give you any confidence, destroying, demolishing, dismantling Manchester City wasn't enough for you to give you confidence going down to Selhurst Park. Nothing will. I'm going to go Crystal Palace 1, Everton 2. I'll even give you a goal score. I'm going to go for Benteke. I think he'll step up to the plate, maybe a penalty. And that man, Romelu Lukaku, will score one of Everton's 2, I'm absolutely sure. Let's go up to the Riverside Stadium, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed for you Borough fans. I think the best football inside that is just not translating to points in the division. And you've got to do it sooner rather than later. I like Aitor Karanka. I like what he's done. He's brought in big Rudiger Stead, maybe for a plan B. Of course, it's becoming a bit of a Villa rejects place as well. Borough with the speedster, Adama, and now Rudiger Stead at the club. I hope they don't go the same way as Aston Villa did last season. It's a double relegation for those two players. It's a must not lose, it's fair to say, against West Ham United. Performances now start to disappear and have to be refocused, and it's not about the style, it's about the substance, and the substance means points. West Ham United have rejuvenated themselves, of course, without troubled superstar Dimitri Payet. What an overhead kick it was from Andy Carroll last weekend. But I think that Borough will get a point at home, at the very least. And I think it will be Middlesbrough 1, West Ham United 1. What about it's a bit of a spiteful derby of sorts, this one. You say derby stand, Stoke and Manchester. Well, it's not too far, 20, 30 miles down the M6. There's a history and a tradition of the clubs, particularly Stoke. They really don't like Manchester United, going back, I think, to probably the 60s and the 70s. Stoke City, again, a team replete full of talent. Mark Hughes, we've got to stop this narrative of he's taken over Tony Pulis' side. He's getting them into a good footballing side. Look, that's fine, but it's all about results at this stage of the season. Stoke have been hit and miss. They may well miss out on their target of incrementally getting better year on year. They face a Manchester United side, I wouldn't say humbled in the big game against Liverpool, because obviously it was a creditable draw for both. 2 draws this season between England's 2 biggest clubs, but maybe a little bit of context as to whether Manchester United can win the title this season. Having said that, I do believe that United will go down to the Potteries and win. I'm going to go for Stoke City 1, Manchester United 2. I wonder if Wayne Rooney may well start in this game, just freshen things up and around the squad. Decent goal scoring record, of course, of late in the cup competitions, and of course the carrot, the cherry, whatever you want to call it, Wayne Rooney to be Manchester United's greatest ever goal scorer, along with England's ever greatest goal scorer, maybe in the Potteries this weekend. That'd be an interesting bet. Welcome to Boyle Sports. Join today, place a tenner bet, and you'll get 20 quid in free bets. Come on!